As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go, come on. Get reset. Hey, easy. Jolly, zone left, Jolly.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Go!
Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan. Yeah,
I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son, but they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch them. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Man. A first down carry for Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
319! We are going. 319!
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a give to Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first and 10, it's Jackson. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit!
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Blue 58. Hey, where y'all going? Gun. Green 19 to 9. Green 19.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Zoom.
53 to Mike. 53. Check.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, Liz. 319. 319. Go to 50. 319. 319.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, check 26. 399.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now it's Ajayi. Leaping over him. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hey, you got three. Check. Fresno.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Jackson on first down, looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, Jackson goes underneath here to Wade. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Leopard! Gone! Gone!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Rio going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Rio going. Jump out. Hey, Mike. Inside. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Right now, you got 58.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Launching one for Henderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
No. Jack, Patriots. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit. Gone.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a dump off to White. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Leopard!
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The pitch goes to Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quicker. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now. Going to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught. Add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Ajayi. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Action on. 319.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, it's Rodgers. Going top shelf for... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The toss out to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Watch it now, Barney.
Barkley, toss play left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Jumbo!
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Hey, where y'all going? Hey, check 26.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 955, 955.
Gun. Gun. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. Now he's flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Zoom, zoom. That's fine, yeah.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Jumbo! Jumbo! Oko, over here. Gun.
Let's go, B. Tighten up.
Gun.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff, Barkley running left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Josh Doxson's got it complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now he's flushed out left. Completes it to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, where y'all going? Liz. No.
On first down, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
That's fine, yeah. Jumbo! Reset. Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
319. Hey, check 26.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance of getting the ball back.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right.